Welcome to our Sunday morning meditation service. Just get comfortable. I don't care if you lay down on the pew, anything to get you to be one with leaving your body, getting really into the presence, letting it take you over. So, okay. I open to love. Inside, waiting for me. To free me up. To the friend I want to be, to spread love to all, divine love to all. Compassion to all, brings kindness and love. Let light flow through me. Pure light, radiant light, to spread love to all, pure love to all. Let peace flow through me. Bringing peace to all I see. To spread love to all. Divine love to all. Love is the source of all life. Pure, radiant love. I open to love. Inside, waiting for me. To free me up. To the friend I want to be. Compassion for all. Brings kindness and love. Let light flow through me. Pure light, divine light. Inside, waiting for me. To free me up. To the friend I want to be. To spread love to all. Divine love to all. Love is the source. Of all life, pure love, radiant love.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Many years ago, well, not too many, maybe about 5, 7 years ago, a song topped the charts for quite a while. And the title of it was, I Want to Know What Love Is. And at that time, we used that song in our Easter production. And we're going to be using that song again in this year's Easter production. So I thought it might be a good idea to get some clarity on the subject. Can we have this first PowerPoint, please? According to eminent philosopher Gurdjieff, also late philosopher, and most of the spiritual masters, there are 3 categories of love: Physiological, sexual, biochemical love is one. Romantic love, personality love, loving an object, another body, personality, which has in it, this particular love has in it possessiveness and jealousy. The third category is conscious or spiritual love, which is unconditional, universal, soul love, which is what we are most interested in, whether we know it or not, for it is the goal of every soul who incarnates into this world. Can we take that back again, please? Take it from the beginning. According to eminent philosopher Gurdjieff and most of the spiritual masters, there are three categories of love: physiological, sexual, biochemical love. Then there's romantic love, that's personality love, loving an object, another body, personality, which has in it possessiveness. That love has possessiveness and jealousy that goes with it. And the third category is conscious or spiritual love, which is unconditional, universal, soul love, which is what we are most interested in, whether we know it or not, for it is the goal of every soul who incarnates into this world. It is the goal of every soul to enter the enlightened life that the masters down through the ages speak about. We are here to find how to live beautifully, effectively, harmoniously, in joy, love, and peace. And that's the ultimate goal, because it is the nature of God within us that calls us forth in our seeking to reflect upon what it is we think and how we act, so that we can in some way alter the thinking and actions to eventually align them with our soul purpose, which knows the nature of God in which it was created. And that's what we're here doing. This is what we are doing in Unity. Now, I just gave three categories of love, and there may be a fourth category, and we could call it exhibition love. Many years ago, when we were still in the small church on Pearl Street, we had a couple, a guy and a gal, probably in their late 20s, who would attend the Sunday services. And they always sat in the back. When the service concluded, this couple would stand up right where they were and make out with each other. And as people are filing out, they're watching this exhibition take place. And I became aware of it. At first, the first time I saw them do that, I thought, okay, you know, it's one and off, they won't do it again. But they did it every Sunday. And I was perplexed, and I didn't say anything right away, because they were a younger couple among a really older congregation. And I really wasn't want to lose them, because they could be some kind of draw to younger people, college age and so forth. So I was reluctant to say anything until I had a parishioner, an elder lady from our congregation, approach me after one of the Sunday services and said, Jack, aren't you going to do anything about them? She said, this is absolutely obscene. He had his hand up her blouse. And I'm thinking, at that point I was really stuck. I was really, okay, I'm going to have to confront them. But I didn't have to confront them. The following Sunday, when it concluded, and I was just about to step down and go up to them, they were standing in the back. They started their thing, and a rock flew in from the outside through the stained glass window and slammed him right in the head. It knocked him down. He bled from the back of his head right there in the back of the church. And obviously, sometimes you can just push God too far. That was one of the true miracles of our experience here in Unity. And I guess he got the message because he never did show up after that. But that was one of the joyful occasions in Unity when God took action, appropriate action. But we are here to research spiritual love. And it's not that spiritual love excludes sex, but it does, when you're involved on the journey, put it in its proper perspective in one's life. And so, in pursuing this love, we are pursuing the yoga of the true karma yogi. Last week we spoke, we looked into the idea that we are karma yogis because we work out our salvation. We come to the enlightened life not by renouncing the world or rejecting the world, but by awakening to the higher consciousness that is available to us right here, right now, where we conduct our lives. So we're not withdrawing from the world, we're simply transforming our awareness, transforming our consciousness to this higher level of awareness. And in that higher level of awareness, we are fulfilling what Jesus had prayed for in the 17th chapter of John, in his final prayer. I don't pray that you take my disciples out of the world, but that you would keep them from evil. And so we are, in a sense, involved in transcending the evil of the world. And it is an evil that our minds have been conditioned to believe in. And it is an evil that can be explained as the illusion of separation. Because it is only in that illusion of separation would we be willing to entertain loveless thoughts about ourselves and others, and to take loveless actions that would be detrimental to ourselves and others. So that is the evil that the Master of Life was ever helping people transcend. We're still in the process of transcending that evil, which is the illusion of separation. On numerous occasions, you've heard me say that I spent this time in a state of samadhi. I've had that beautiful experience over and over for many times. And that experience is, you could probably also define it as Christ consciousness, or Christ love, or the transcendent Buddha nature. But in any case, what it entails is how Baba Ram Das, the guru, the enlightened guru, Baba Ram Das, put it in his book. Was his book, he's done a number of books, but the one that I'm speaking about is Polishing the Mirror by Ram Das. And in that book, he has a paragraph that explains and beautifully relates the state of consciousness that the soul is actually seeking. Can we have this next PowerPoint? Polishing the Mirror, Ram Das, page 16, paragraph 5. When I live in this place where I am love, I see love wherever I look. It is very far out. Imagine seeing love in everyone and everything. Love doesn't demand that you do anything about it. We're all right here in love. To the extent to the extent another being is open, when I meet them, there's a harmonic resonance with the place where they also exist as love. Not that they are loving, but where they are love. Suddenly, here we are in the ocean of love, which is what Christ's love is all about. This love isn't possessive. We can't collect it. We can only become it. Can we take this back again, please? For those of you that this may seem like something you've never experienced. You may have had brief moments, fleeting moments of experiences where you felt all was love. But what he's talking about is that state of consciousness which one enters the awareness of the one whose nature is love. The one is God. The nature of God is love. And entering that, when I live in a place where I am love, I see love wherever I look. It's very far out. Imagine seeing love in everyone and everything. Love doesn't demand that you do anything about it. We're all right here in love. To the extent another being is open, when I meet them, there's a harmonic resonance with the place where they also exist as love. Not that they are loving, but where they are love. Suddenly, here we are in the ocean of love, which is what Christ's love is about. This love isn't possessive. We can't collect it. We can only become it. And the question that always comes up, of course, is how do we get there? How do I get to that state of being? How do I experience that beautiful state of awareness? And I think A Course in Miracles puts it fairly well. It says, we are only involved in removing the blocks to love. So we may make many mistakes all along the way throughout our lives. Having things rise in our illusion-driven consciousness that seem to call us away from being love. And we do that quite often in thought and sometimes even in action. But in the process of awakening, seeking this divine level of awareness, we become more conscious of our thoughts, so that when such negative images are rising in us, and they may arise and we'll only notice them as negative feelings toward this person, that person, or this situation, or that condition, or even myself. Whenever such thoughts are arising, we can learn to pause. We should not try to argue with it right off, but just pause. You will never know what mastery is unless you have the devotion and the courage to pause in the middle of a negative experience, or negative thought, or negative awareness. So there's a negative experience taking place. You're in resistance to it within. Thoughts are arising about how you are going to do something to right this situation and bring some justice to those people, those that do this. But you pause. You don't respond. And in that pause, you ask yourself, why am I feeling this? And you will be answered. And then you can choose peace, or you can choose forgiveness, or compassion. That's the yoga of mastery. It requires a devotion and a courage to take to task one's own awareness. But I suspect what the ego-centered mind does, if it hears things like that, the things that I'm saying, it supposes that there's some kind of conspiracy behind it. Like the ego will say, well, that's religion. Religion develops, and that's how they make their money, because they sell this untruth. And that's what the ego does a lot of. It will try to justify the illusion of separation and the illusion of hate. And it'll do that by saying things that are not true. But I'm sitting here to tell you, I'm not giving you this from the books that I've read. I'm giving you this because I've taken what the books have said and I've applied them in my life, and I know without a shadow of a doubt the presence of God. And it can the ego no longer has sway over what I think and what I do. Because the majesty and the beauty of having this consciousness is to arrive in a place where you do have prayer answered. Now, many people in the illusionary consciousness, they pray. And they're hoping somehow or other that there's a separate, distant God, and they can somehow cajole or convince God to enter into their life and restore something or heal something or bring something about through prayer. But in the enlightened state of consciousness, you pray from God, not to God. Because God is not separate or distant. God is alive as being, love and peace in every moment, all the time. we are capable of accessing that. And when we do that, we do what the Guru was saying, we become love. We're not being loving, we're not, in some cases you'll see people attempt to be seen by others as they show how loving they are. And that's fine, it's a step possibly in the right direction. But what we are talking about here is being one with God. That is being love right here now. And in doing that, you recognize the presence of God as love in every person, in every place, in every condition, in every situation, and the joy and majesty and miracle of it are overwhelming. But it takes practice to get there, because our minds for a long, long time have entertained an illusionary definition of life. That illusionary definition holds the ego, separate and apart, special and above everything it looks upon. And that has to be resolved. So A Course in Miracles speaks to these truths over and over again. Let's take a look at this from A Course in Miracles text. Page 293, this is paragraph 4. Most of you, though, have the new edition of A Course in Miracles, and this particular paragraph is in 315, page 315. The reason why I even do this is because I started with A Course in Miracles way back when. There were the first 3 books that were issued. And I've become so aware of them and have used them so completely that I know just about the pages that I'm looking for when I want to make a point about a particular idea. So you'll always see, I'll always show you that, because I come into the church on Sunday morning, because my books are the old version, they're at home. And I come into church on Sunday mornings, and I look at the chart that shows the relationship between the old book pages and the new edition. So that's why I put both up there. You may have the old book, and you look at page 239 or 293. In the world of scarcity, love has not meaning and peace. There has to be no meaning and peace is possible. For gain and loss are both accepted, and so no one is aware that perfect love is in him. In the holy instant, you recognize the idea of love in you, and unite this idea with the mind that thought it, and could not relinquish it. By holding it within itself, there is no loss. The holy instant thus becomes a lesson in how to hold all of your brothers and sisters in your mind, experiencing not loss, but completion. From this it follows, you can only give, and this is love, for this alone is natural under the laws of God. In the holy instant, the laws of God prevail, and only they have meaning. The laws of this world cease to hold any meaning at all. When the Son of God accepts the laws of God as what he gladly wills, it is impossible that he be bound or limited in any way. Can we take this back again? So the Course in Miracles is very direct about these truths that Jesus shared. And of course, the concept is, for many people, that this is channeled material. Helen Schuckman channeled the Course in Miracles over a 7-year period. And then it seems when somebody says channeled, that Jesus is somehow in this other realm and dictating A Course in Miracles. But really, it is more the Christ consciousness that comes to life within our own awareness, which came to light in Helen Schuckman's awareness for this particular manuscript. And she said that she could leave off a sentence one day and come back to the writing the next day and pick up right where it left off. And this would be the Christ consciousness and its ability to be so brilliant. It can just come through. But such information as this will start to come to any individual who is practicing the presence of God, practicing this yoga of catching oneself and eliminating negative thoughts, feelings, and projections. It will eventually come to anyone who's involved in the practice of the presence of God as love. So you'll have thoughts like these, and you'll have insights about life, and you'll have insights about healing, and you'll have insights about anything you need insights about, if you are open and practicing the truth we are sharing here today. And that truth is this. In the world of scarcity, love has no meaning, and peace is impossible. For gain and loss are both accepted, and so no one is aware that perfect love is in him. This is a very important sentence here. No one is aware that perfect love is in him. It's not saying that this love has to come into you first. It's saying this love exists within you. It is your core nature. It is only the illusions of your mind that have been in denial of the oneness and presence of all life. So that denial has held you in sin, the only real sin. The illusion of being separate from your God, which is the love or nature of God within you. So it is within him. In the holy instant, you recognize the idea of love in you and unite this idea with the mind that thought it and could not relinquish it. By holding it within itself, there is no loss. The holy instant thus becomes a lesson in how to hold all of your brothers and sisters in your mind, experiencing not loss, but completion. From this it follows you can only give, and this is love, for this alone is natural under the laws of God. In the holy instant, the laws of God prevail, and only they have meaning. The laws of this world cease to hold any meaning at all. When the Son of God accepts the laws of God as what he gladly wills, it is impossible that he or she be bound or limited in any way. Someday it will be taught in school. Someday it'll be taught in school that the conditions that you identify as in the world around you are in alignment with what you inwardly believe. So if you are not happy with the conditions and circumstances that are arising in your life, you have to come to take them to task within yourself. The automatic thing that we do in the unenlightened state is to blame someone for these conditions and circumstances arising that make me feel unhappy, angry, unpeaceful, vindictive. You know how brave A Course in Miracles is? How brave it is because I guess there wasn't in the beginning any thought of selling it. The Course in Miracles says, the kingdom of heaven is not a place or a condition outside of you. What could God give but awareness of himself, herself, as love? I have to conclude this with this. Let's see. Am I late? Are we running late? I'm late. I'm the king of unity. Okay. I do have to relate this truth. What I am talking about requires faith. You can't intellectualize yourself through it. You're going to have faith enough to step beyond what you have for a long time thought to be so, and then start to practice on faith the truths that are being shared right here at Unity. And so now we're going to spend some time in a very valuable process of meditation. And in meditation, even when you don't think anything is happening, the very fact that you have decided to be quiet, imagine this mind that is involved in incessant thinking about how to make the world work better for me, they say, okay, for a little while, I'm just going to be okay. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to allow. I'm going to let go and let God. I'm just going to be still. Allow. Let God. So take a couple of deep breaths. And as you release the breath, release any cares or concerns that you may have brought with you. You can always let them go, because in this moment, you have everything you need to be absolutely free, happy, and at peace. So just take a couple of deep breaths and let them go. Now you can bring to mind this ideal and gently bring the mind to this. If thoughts come in that are just distracting, let them come, let them go. Don't try to fight the mind or dismiss the thoughts. Just let them come and let them go, and bring your awareness back to this particular ideal. In quiet, I let go and let love reveal the way of true life. In quiet, I let go and let love reveal the way of true life. In quiet, I let go and let love reveal the way of true life. As we go forth from this meditation to those places we occupy in time and space, let us go forth with a greater devotion to be awake in the process of living. For this opportunity, in every moment, we give thanks. And to this we say, Amen. We will take an offering for unity now. Those of you watching live stream can scroll down to those places that says donate. Make yourself a part of this arising truth that will not only heal your life, it will heal your world. And everyone here can bring into their hands that gift they'd like to make to Unity of Boulder, to see it continue to move and expand the Word of God as it actually is. And we bless this tithe with this particular prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, because I give. And so it is.
It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us to be wise. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us to be wise.
Join me now, please. We devote this tithe to the will and the work of the Spirit of Truth, the Spirit available to each of us, the Spirit that joins all of us. We dedicate this tithe to the victory, the presence of the Spirit of Truth. Amen. You are all invited to our discussion group. Following this service every Sunday, we have a discussion group in the bookstore area. There's an annex to the bookstore, a room right off the main bookstore that has chairs circled up. You can join us for the discussion. You can ask any questions you have about today's talk, or you can discuss anything having to do with unity, as we always do. So you're welcome to that. And next week will be the same. We'll have some tissue in the pulpit next week too. So you may want to stick around, have the discussion, and tune in to Santisha at the 11 o'clock service. She has amazing insights that will help you apply the truth we're relating today. To everyone, have an enlightened day.